I feel like got bigger.
You got bigger. Very good. Tell me, what do you feel like? Describe it for me.
Almost like a dinosaur or something, like an animal.
Very
some
good.
kind of a pig.
Good. So I'd like for you to acclimate yourself into this body. And as you do, I want you to look at this body. Look down at the feet. What do these feet look like?
Claws and kind of web.
Mm-hmm. Tell me more.
I can see my feet, and then I'm definitely a dinosaur.
A dinosaur.
I'm definitely a dinosaur right now of some kind.
Is this a large dinosaur or a small one?
I must run only on 2 legs.
What does the rest of you look like?
I feel like I have a longer tail.
A longer tail. Tell me more. What does your face look like?
I feel like I have a smaller head. And smaller, arms.
Smaller arms, very good. Look around this terrain. Where are you? What do you first see or feel? Is this a wooded place, or?
I feel like it's still on stones, but like rocks or stones.
Are you walking over the stones, or how is it that
I think I'm still just on the other side of the door, so I feel like I'm still connected to the cave.
Okay. So let's move away from that.
Yeah. Let's see.
And as you move away, I want you to just use all of your senses, your feeling, your emotions. Sense with all of your senses. This place where you are, does it feel like it's a warm place or a cold place?
It feels warm.
Warm, very good. What else do you notice about this place to describe it?
That there's lots of trees and grass.
Yes.
Tall grass. Trees and other animals.
What other animals do you notice right away?
Birds. They're chirping, making noises.
How does that make you feel?
Good.
Tell me more about this place.
It feels happy and free.
It feels happy and free. Very good. Very good. So now that you have looked around, let's go to the place where you spend most of your time, perhaps where you live. I'm going to count from 1 to 3. When I get to number 3, I'll tap your forehead, and I want you to see the place in which you live. Take a deep breath in now. 1, 2, and 3. Be there now. What is this place?
It looks like maybe a cliff in a mountain. Like a den.
Is it indoors where you go? In this mountain?
It seems like it's just enough to cover like a den. Just an indentation.
Yes, in the mountain. How far up are you?
Not far.
Not far. And in this place, are you by yourself, or are there others with you like you?
I'm by myself right now.
Good. Now, in this body, do you feel that you're male or female?
I think I'm male.
Very good. How does it feel like to be in your little home?
It doesn't feel like I really go in there much. It's like a place for safety or something.
What would be the reason that you would go to your den?
it looks more like of hide or rest or protection.
Oh, protection, very good. Very good. What do you see when you're in that den? Look out around you.
I see all the trees and the grass.
Are they above you or below you? What do you see?
They're pretty much the same level.
Okay, you're at the same level as it. Very good. Is there anything else that you notice? No, very good. So let's close this scene. And we're going to go to another time in that same lifetime when something very important happened, something that affected your life. I'm going to count from 1 to 3, moving forward, and when I get to number 3, I'll tap your forehead and you'll be at that moment. So take a deep breath in now. 1, moving forward to an important scene in that lifetime, something that affected you. 2, allow yourself to drift through time and space. And 3, be there now. Where are you?
Oh, by water.
By water. What are you doing by this water?
Looks like just drinking it.
How does it feel to drink this water?
Good.
Are you by yourself there, or are there any others around you?
I think there might be people or others in the water.
So I don't want you to analyze. I just want you to see and know who else is in the water with you. Who's there?
And they're not people I know.
Are they human? No. Are they dinosaurs like you? Okay. Are they in the water doing anything?
Playing.
They're playing.
Maybe just cooling off.
Cooling off. And as you look at them doing this, how do you feel?
Happy.
You feel happy. Do you know these others?
I don't feel like I do.
Do you seem that you're pretty much alone in this place?
Yeah.
How does that make you feel? You okay with that?
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. So let's close this scene, and now we're going to move forward to another scene. Something that affected you, perhaps something you were eating or something you were doing. Take a deep breath in. 1, moving through time and space. 2, and 3. Be there now. Where are you?
Seems like I'm still by the water. And I must just die of old age. Just lay there. But I don't feel like it's painful. Just like I would go to sleep.
All right. So just take your last breath in that state of sleep and release your spirit from that body and allow it to drift. And as it's drifting away from the body, take a look at that whole lifetime. Every lifetime has a purpose and lesson. What was the purpose of living this life as this dinosaur? What did you learn from that?
Seems I learned how to... I feel like there's some connection to me being so big and powerful, but yet not using it to hurt others.
Just gentle. Very good. Did you learn anything else from that?
That I could be content independently about myself.
Very
and
good.
still feel connected.
So as you look at that lifetime, and look at the lifetime of Jenny, how is that affecting her?
I'm learning that again now.
So what can she take from that lifetime in order to apply to this one now, in this phase of her life?
To enjoy, be able to enjoy it. Be peaceful and happy, content.
Very good. Is she doing that now?
She's on her way.
Very good. Very good. So I'd like for you now to continue on your journey as spirit. And let's see where you go after you leave that body behind. What happens next? What's the next thing you see or experience? What do you notice?
I notice lights.
Lights. Any particular color?
Kind of yellowish, actually.
Yellowish lights.
Or at least a tint.
Where is this light coming from?
From up and right.
Are you able to go towards that light? Describe to me what happens as you get closer to that light.
It kind of pulls up.
Tell me more.
It's pulling up.
Describe it.
It almost feels like a suction or something with it, but it's pulling up. And it just keeps doing that.
Now, as it's being pulled up, do you notice anyone or anything around you besides the light?
No.
No. So let's keep getting closer and closer to that light. I want you to feel yourself just going through that light. And let's see what's on the other side of it. What do you notice once you get through that light?
It seems like it's like when I go onto the other side of it, it seems like there's a wall, but the light's still shining straight through it.
Can you describe this wall?
It seems kind of like glass.
And what do you imagine this wall to be? What's it for?
Just something to be on the other side of.
Okay. So how do you get to the other side of this wall?
I just went on the other side.
Okay. What's on the other side of the wall? Look around you. What's there?
I think it might be a spaceship, but it's like the light is shining like a headlight beam.
A headlight beam, very good. Tell me more. Keep going towards it. Describe it.
Yeah. It's like a headlight beam shining down. And I'm looking up at it. It's just hovering.
Are you able to get closer? Try it. What happens? What do you notice next?
That I might be on it. Like it picked me up.
All right.
Like it was like almost telepathic.
So now that it's picked you up, what do you notice first? Do you feel like you're indoors or outdoors?
I feel like it's so massive that it doesn't, you can't tell.
Okay, very good. So what do you notice in this ship?
It looks like to me, it's like a community. Like with nature and everything.
Are there any people or beings on this?
Not really seeing anything but that it's a actual space of just like outside, like the outside world, but inside world, like a community.
So inside this ship now, notice the observer of this ship. Do you have a body there? What does the observer...
I might not have a body.
Okay. So if you don't have a body, you're able to very easily go through this ship. Let's go on a little stroll around this ship and see what you notice next.
Just I feel like I'm a ball of light, and I'm like exploring.
So as you explore, let me know what you see, feel.
I actually feel like I see like neighborhoods, like a community, neighborhood or a community, and I'm just light. But I don't see people. I just see above them, like looking down and seeing there's a community.
Now, when you say community, are these dwellings?
It looks like it.
Okay, can you describe?
Like modern day.
Modern day.
Like today.
What's the first thing that jumps out at you that you notice?
It's so weird, but I'm noticing the power lines. Like the power lines. The poles and the power lines.
Tell me more.
They line the streets.
And do you notice anything on the streets? Any vehicles on the street?
No.
No.
It's like this place is abandoned, or I'm just not seeing any activity down below there.
Do you notice any homes there?
Yeah.
Let's go close up and see if you can go inside one of those homes.
Yeah.
What do you notice? What does it look like?
It looks like just like a regular place. And there doesn't seem to be people around.
Does it seem like a modern place or an older place?
Like our time.
Okay, very good. So I'd like for you, now that you're in this home, begin to zoom out, almost as if you were watching it from beyond. And as you zoom out, you'll be able to understand where this place is. What do you notice? Keep zooming out until you get a better perspective. Where is this place?
I feel like it's like almost underneath a bunch of foliage, like.
Like trees, or?
Yeah.
So is this place hidden underneath trees?
Kinda. Yeah.
Keep zooming out to get even a farther perspective. What else do you notice?
I think it's a tree house. That's so funny. I think it's a treehouse. No.
Tell me more about this. What is this treehouse made out of?
Like a treehouse today, wood and window
Yes.
furnishings.
Now, as the observer of this treehouse, take a look and see if you have a body now.
Not yet.
Not yet. Very good. Look all around. Let's get acclimated to this place. And see how it is that you fit into this place. Use all of your emotions. Connect with them. Tell me about this treehouse. What do you notice?
I just noticed that it's there and there's really not anything going on.
Good.
I'm not sure if I already detached from it.
All right. So allow yourself to detach from it completely, and we're going to go back in time to another memory. I'm going to count from 5 to 1. We're going to visit a memory either in this lifetime or another lifetime that is affecting the life of Jenny. When I get to number 1, I'm going to touch your forehead, and I want you to just tell me the first thing that you experience. So take a deep breath in. Let's begin to travel on 5, going through time and space, looking for another memory affecting this lifetime. 4, drifting and floating through time and space. 3, to another memory, a memory affecting this life. 2, allow the images to come. And 1, be there now. What is this memory? Are you indoors or outdoors?
Looks like I'm outdoors. By a train station.
By a train station, very good.
Yeah, that's a train station.
Now, as you're looking at this, I want you to acclimate yourself into the body of this observer. Do you feel male or female?
I feel male.
Look at your body. What do you notice first?
I'm tall and lanky.
Tall and lanky. Look at your feet.
I have shoes on. Dress shoes.
Dress shoes.
Like bench dress shoes.
And how is it that you're dressed today?
I think I have brown pants. Suit pants and jacket.
Yes. Is this a cold temperature or a warm temperature?
It feels comfortable.
Look at your hands. Are you carrying anything?
A briefcase. One eye.
And look at your head.
I'm wearing a hat.
What color is this hat?
It's like one of those round with brown and some kind of like a ribbon or leather or something around the bottom of the middle.
Yes. And what is it that you're doing at this train station? Where are you going?
Maybe work.
Very good. So I'd like for you to advance this scene and see the train coming. And I'd like for you to just see, as the train arrives, what happens.
I go to get on.
What happens next?
You go on a train. Sit down.
And as you look out the window, look at the landscape. What does it look like to you? What do you notice?
Maybe it's in the west.
Mm-hmm. What are the predominant colors that you notice?
Like clay colors.
Mm-hmm.
Reddish. Like burnt orange.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Connect with your emotions. How do you feel?
I feel good.
Good. So let's see where it is that you work. I'd like for you to see yourself out of this train now and going to the place where you work.
I'm in a city.
Mm-hmm.
There's tall buildings. I must be in an office in one of them.
Mm-hmm. See yourself at your job.
I kind of feel like I'm maybe an attorney.
Mm-hmm. Get the feeling of how people treat you and how you treat others.
I feel like I'm so focused that I don't really have much other interactions.
Mm-hmm.
But if I did, they're good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel negative.
Okay, good. Look at your surroundings. What is it that you work in? Do you have an office?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
There's bookshelves,
Mm-hmm.
a desk.
Very good. Do you feel that you're a good attorney?
It feels like it.
Yes. Very good. So let's close that scene, and now let's move to a scene in that same lifetime and when something very important is happening, something significant. I'm going to count from 3 to 1 now. And we're going to go deeper into this lifetime. 3. Going deeper into this lifetime. 2. And 1. Be there. Where are you?
At work.
Mm-hmm.
I think that I'm so selfish. It's like not selfish, I guess, but I'm so focused on work that I don't have a family anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And I might have lost him because of the job.
Mm-hmm.
Or because of me putting the job over anything else.
Mm-hmm. So as you look through your memories of your family, you'll be able to see that family life and how you connected with them or disconnected from them. I'd like for you to see the family that you lost.
I feel like I had a wife and at least one child.
Mm-hmm.
And that is that I work too much.
Mm-hmm. So let's go back to your family life. We're going to close this scene, and as I count backwards, go even deeper into your family life. 3, going back in time when you had that family. 2, and 1. What's happening?
Seems like things are good.
Mm-hmm. Take a look at your family.
I feel like, I don't know if it makes a difference, but I feel like I have like a blonde-haired wife and a child.
Yes. So as you notice your wife, the eyes are the window to the soul. I want you to delve deep into those eyes and see if those eyes are in the lifetime now of Jenny.
I automatically just want to go to Gregory.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason.
Mm-hmm. Very good. And now look at your child. Is it a male or female?
It looks like a boy. I think a boy.
And you'll recognize those eyes if they're in the lifetime of Jenny. Whose eyes are those?
They actually could be my dad's.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, but I'm not sure 100%.
All right. Well, all you have to do is feel it. You'll know the soul. Very good. So I want you to feel how it feels like to be with this family.
It feels like we all are just calm and loving. It's just, for some reason, I feel this need to work so much.
Mm-hmm.
That grows us apart.
Okay. So as you examine this life, you'll be able to see what caused the separation.
We were getting much, and I didn't mean to.
Okay, very good. So now that you no longer have this family, you're solely working with yourself there. Let's close this scene, and now let's go to the last day of your life in that lifetime. I'm going to count from 5 to 1 as you go deeper into this life. When I get to number 1, you will be on the last day. 5. Going now to the last day of your lifetime. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Be there now. It's the last day of your life.
I'm in the hospital.
Mm-hmm. How old are you there?
I feel like I'm in my 70s or 80s.
Mm-hmm. Are you by yourself or are there others with you?
I think there's others with me.
Mm-hmm. Take a look around. Who are these people that are there?
My family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my family's around my bed.
Mm-hmm.
And I already see the light taking me. I'm gone.
Good. So follow that light now. Follow that light. And as you do, you'll be understanding that lifetime. You'll understand the lessons that you learned, that you took with you. As that light takes you, what's the feedback that you're getting from your soul about that life?
About creating more time for what's more important, family and balancing.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Let's continue into that light as it takes you. And let's see who greets you. Who greets you on the other side?
My mom.
Mm-hmm.
Even though that it's my mom today.
Mm-hmm.
And she's still alive.
What does she tell you?
She just doesn't say anything, just has open arms.
Open arms. Very
Love.
good. Mm-hmm. Very good. Let's see what happens next after she greets you. Where do you go to next?
More family.
Mm-hmm.
My grandparents and my dad.
Mm-hmm.
All of them.
What do they say to you about that life?
They don't. They just love. They're just light love.
They just love.
They're just all light love. Like everything is so love. That's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's bright, warm, and just all love. There's no words needed.
Mm-hmm. How does that make you feel after that life?
Better. I feel like I learned.
You learned. So how can you take the lessons of that lifetime and apply it to the lifetime of Jenny? What does she need to learn by observing this lifetime?
To be more just with love.
Is she doing that now?
Yes, she's working at it. Yes.
So what would you like to tell her now after seeing your life as this attorney? What would you recommend for Jenny to live a better life, a more loving life in the future?
To balance her energy into places in her life more balanced, to not lose what's important.
What's important for Jenny? What does she need to focus on at this time?
She needs to focus on herself at this time.
What kind of things does she need to focus on?
Her making balance happen in her life and being content and going with the flow more.
Is she doing that now?
She's starting to.
Why has it taken so long for Jenny to get to this place of balance? Why did she need to go through all of that turmoil?
They're making fun of me like I'm stubborn. Yeah, I'm stubborn, I guess.
So what were those lessons all about?
Letting go of more control. And being okay with it. And not fearing it.
So she had a lot of things that she went through in this lifetime. A lot of people who hurt her.
Is it okay?
Did she choose these people in her life?
Yes.
So let's go back to that moment in time before she came here, when she was actually planning her lifetime. I'm going to count from 5 to 1, and let's see how it is that she planned this life, who she met with, and how she came across all of these circumstances. 5, going through time and space to the planning of this lifetime. 4, drifting and floating. 3, the planning phase. 2, the guidance. And 1, be there now. What is this place? What do you notice first?
Chairs.
Chairs.
But they're like shaped like eggs. They're comfortable though.
Okay. So how many chairs do you see?
There must be 4 to 6 chairs. And they're in a circle, like in a dome shaped room.
In a dome-shaped room?
Yeah.
Are you by yourself in this room?
Yes, I am.
Okay. And what is this room for? What happens here?
I take it a meeting of some kind. There's no table though. Just the floor and chairs.
Okay.
And they're permanent, like in the ground.
Yes.
With pedestals.
And as you're sitting there, I want you to hone in on your emotions. How are you feeling about being in this place?
I think I'm getting ready for some kind of meeting. But I feel okay.
Okay. So I'd like for you to go ahead and advance the time to where you're actually meeting with those in this room.
They're not human.
What do they look like?
One of them's really, really tall, like looks like almost like a gigantic insect of some kind, but not scary or anything scary or anything like that. That's just its species.
Okay.
Like what it looks like. One of them was really tall and lanky. Like that.
Who else is there in the room with you?
It appears as if there's a bald woman.
A bald woman.
She seems a feminine woman, but bald. And she's wearing like some kind of, it's like like a scarf, but it looks more like a stiff plastic scarf all the way around her shoulders and her chest and her back. It's like like sets on her shoulders and it circles her top half of her body.
What does she look like besides being bald?
She has a lot of like pieces to her clothing or outfit. Like it goes up around her neck and her head and everything.
Does she look human?
In the face, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Pale.
Pale.
But human, pretty. Like a queen or something.
She looks royal?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Who else is there with you? I feel like there's another person, but they're like a fairy or something because they're not sitting. They're like hovering. They're like flying in place. And who is this that is flying in place?
Kind of looks like a fairy.
Like a fairy. Is it large or small?
Small.
Small. Is it male or female?
It looks like neither. Like it's just purple.
Okay. Anybody else in the room with you?
Let's see, we have the tall insect looking, the lady, the fairy looking. There's like maybe somebody observing, but I can't quite make out, like they're hidden.
Okay. So this meeting that you're having, let's begin to connect telepathically with the others. What is the purpose of this meeting?
I think we're discussing my life and planning another.
So which lifetime is it that you were discussing?
The one when I was an attorney.
And did they make any comment about that life?
Just that I congratulating me to learning the lesson. And then that's about it.
So what comes next as far as the lifetime of Jenny? How do you plan that lifetime?
It appears it's almost like they're assignments or something.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't really get to choose. Like, you do get to choose, but you don't either, or some kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's kind of like, once you learn this, this is next.
Okay, so what is next for this lifetime of Jenny? What is it that this soul needs to experience in this life?
I think that she's set herself up to learn a lot about detaching and self-love.
Mm-hmm.
And still being able to be happy like that.
Good. So does she choose all of the challenges that she's going to go through?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Does she get to choose the people in her life?
It's almost like they volunteered.
And they volunteered. Good. So let's see the people in her life. Who were the ones that volunteered to give her the most extreme experiences?
My ex-husband, Greg.
Mm-hmm.
And my kids.
Mm-hmm.
Gregory and Sarah.
What were their roles in this lifetime? What were they supposed to teach or help her with?
To be accepting without the judgment.
Mm-hmm.
And being with the flow, letting go of control and fear more.
Mm-hmm.
And attachments, codependency.
How far along is she with this lesson?
She's made detached.
Mm-hmm.
She's made that. And is at peace with it.
Mm-hmm. How can she use this information now moving forward to help other people?
She's gonna know now when she moves forward and explores her options, she'll know better now.
Mm-hmm.
What feels right
Mm-hmm.
for her.
Yes.
Because she does want a outlet.
Mm-hmm.
Or a conduit of some kind.
Mm-hmm. Who are the ones helping her on this journey? Does she have guides from the spirit world?
I think I just saw my grandpa.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of them.
Okay.
And feathers. There's feathers.
There's feathers. What do the feathers signify in her life?
Oh, it looks like they're Indian feathers. Like there's a medicine man.
Okay. How does he help her?
Feathers. Huh. He's talking about my plant-based dieting and the medicine and plants.
What does she need to know about this from the medicine man?
She's gonna be, I could be good at that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I forgot about that.
So is that one of the things, one of the paths that she's being led on? Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So she has a question about being a healer. Has she been a healer in any of her lifetimes?
I believe so.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and touch her forehead and activate that memory. And I want you to show her that lifetime in which she was a healer. Show her that memory. What was that?
I'm in a reservation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an Indian reservation.
Male or female?
Female.
Mm-hmm. Tell me what you do there.
I'm dancing and we paint the skin certain certain symbols.
What do those signals mean?
Huh.
Do they have a meaning?
There's some kind of worship.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a fire. There's a fire. There's people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What role?
I have a really long, like, stick.
Mm-hmm. What do you do with that stick?
Looks like I just, like, I'll carry it, hold it, walk with it, do everything with it.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a special connection with the stick?
I feel like I do.
Mm-hmm. Connect with it now.
Yeah.
What powers does this stick have?
It has a lot of powers, like grounding powers, and it's more for grounding. It feels like it's grounding.
Mm-hmm. Grounding you?
Yes, for grounding. I don't know, for grounding.
So I'd like for you to see yourself using this stick. How do you use it?
It almost seems like it's an extension of my arm.
Okay.
And it's in my left arm, my left hand.
Yes.
It's taller than me.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like it's got a wider top. Mm-hmm. And then it narrows down.
Mm-hmm.
And it just seems like, it feels like there might be energy coming in my hand from it.
Mm-hmm. What do you do with this energy?
I think that I'm, like, praying or something over somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Very energetically. There might even be these rattler things make a noise.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was shaking it. Almost like I'm... like I'm like in the indigenous times,
Mm-hmm.
like a very secluded area. We don't have houses or homes. It looks like it's very, very primitive. And I'm doing something, dancing and shaking around the fire and asking for healing for somebody.
Very good. So I'd like for you to go ahead and now connect with that life and feel that energy in your own body.
Yeah, I feel it.
Mm-hmm. And just access that information now. And let's find the source, where that comes from. Where does this power come from?
It definitely feels like energy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like energy that helps. Comes in and helps.
Mm-hmm.
Like a boost.
Very good. So as you're accessing this energy now, I'd like for you to connect to that source so that in the future when you need to access it, it's right there. And you'll know how to use it.
It's in your head. Mm-hmm. Well, kinda.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Very good. As you set the intention to bring that energy in, see how it flows through you. How the energy comes in and goes out through your hands.
It's like I've got a hole in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a circle, but it's ever ending.
Mm-hmm.
So it's fluctuating.
Very good. So is this the dream that she had of this white light circle? Is this the circle she was accessing? This energy?
That could be.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What did she need to remember with this dream?
That she can be energy. She can control her own energy.
Mm-hmm. And as you turn around, I want you to look out through those eyes of this new Jenny, a non-smoker, healthy eater, clean oxygen, connected with her heart full of love, having forgiven herself and forgiven others, and now understanding why she came here. And now in this new body, I want you to look ahead in time, and I want you to tell me, what is the purpose of this lifetime now that she is healthy, she's strong, she's on purpose? What should she be doing now in this lifetime?
She needs to stay in what she's learned, practice.
Yes. Is there anything that would benefit her moving forward to learn more things?
She needs to meditate.
To meditate. So can I ask on her behalf for someone who will help her with this meditating? Help her calm her mind, focus on something so that she can just let go. She knows she can do this now. And who are the ones who are guiding her? Who are these spirit guides that she meets with that help her along this path?
I see. Grandparents.
Grandparents. What message do they have for her today?
That they're always there.
Very good. Very good. Now, we only saw a few lifetimes today. She did have questions about life in Egypt, felines. What would you like to tell her about this?
I think that it's just a soul connection. Like, there's a soul connection to what I saw. And when I came out of the other side, there was a multitude of galaxies. It was one after another, after forever. So there isn't just one galaxy.
Beautiful. So how can she use this information moving forward in living this life?
To remember. To remember.
Very good. Very good. And moving forward, should she stay where she's living now, or should she be moving on?
She should be moving on.
Good. Does she need to know where at this time?
No. She'll know.
She'll know. Very good. Very good. Now, in the future, how can she connect even more with her own higher self and her guides? What tips would you like to give her so she can make this connection easier?
She needs to meditate more.
Okay. Good. Very good. Now, what is the reason that you brought Jenny from so far away to be here today? What was the intention of bringing her here today?
To clear some of the attachments and confirm that's the correct direction.
Good. So we saw now that the attachments were from all of these things that had happened to her in this life. She can now detach from them where they no longer affect her. Good. Is there anything else, or do you feel that we are complete today?
I feel like we did good.
Good, very good. 5 wide awake, completely alert, feeling wonderful all over. Welcome back.
Yes, thank you.
You feel good?
Yes.
Wonderful.
You want to stretch?
So, did you expect the session to be the way it was?
I don't know what to expect, so I just kind of didn't have any preconceived notions.
Did you feel it was short or long? What did you feel? How long did you feel this session was?
30 minutes.
Felt like 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're on an hour and 37 minutes.
Gosh.
Right now.
You're kidding me. Oh my goodness.
A little bit longer. Wow. Time does not exist, right?
Wow, yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
You did great.
Really? Mm-hmm. That long? That is insane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That is so neat.
You did fantastic.
Thank you.
Fantastic. For someone who didn't think they could be hypnotized.
Right. Well, I figured I probably could by the right person. That's why I won the lottery.
You did really well.
I guess I manifested.
You went to a lot of different places, really. I mean, you went to that counsel where you were planning your life and stuff. That was interesting, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Did it make sense?
Yes. Yeah, it seemed normal. Like, I was there and it just was like, there was never a time where I felt like fear or anything. It was just always just so normal, like feeling comfortable.
Yeah.
The big giant, like praying mantis looking person or dude or whatever it was, that I didn't even feel scared of it or anything, but
it just seemed normal.
Yeah, it just seemed normal. Woman? Yeah, the lady, she was definitely something, like she had just her face, like, and all dress, gray and black silver. And I remember that part. I remember the purple fairy.
Just kind of buzzing around? Or?
Yes.
That's so funny. And there was another one that was kind of there on the side, right?
Yeah, there was somebody hidden, like, it was almost like they were behind a curtain, almost like Wizard of Oz or something.
You think it was maybe
whoever was behind the curtain? Maybe, I don't know.
Someone who wasn't part of it.
I didn't feel threatened by it, like an observer or something.
What seemed really important was that shaman life. That woman.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, with the
stick.
Was it kind of like a knobbly stick? Kind of knobbly?
Yeah, it was like a wooden.
Yeah.
But it was taller than me, and it was real fat on the top and came down skinny. Yeah. Like almost like like a hand would. It would almost be like a palm holder, but it was too tall for me to do that. So.
It's interesting.
It is interesting. And dancing.
Because you were.
And fire.
You were calling in the energy.
Apparently.
And it was working. Wow. So is this something you want to share, taking out some personal stuff?
I don't mind doing that at all. Sure.
Because it was pretty interesting.
Was it really?
Yeah, I thought it was. I had fun with it.
Good. I think it was fun. Yeah, I definitely, when I thought I was a dinosaur, I actually think I was a dragon. Now that but I thought of that while we were still, but I moved on to another lifetime. But then when you said something and I was like, I think it was a dragon. I think I was a dragon.
Interesting.
Because I still would have had the hind feet, the stand-up kind of feeling. I think I was a dragon.
Yeah.
And I did have a reading once where the lady said she saw a green dragon with a gold belt. She had never seen that before. And I was like, that all started to...
Interesting.
It's like, that's interesting.
So, Jenny, how'd it go?
It went good. I mean, I'm still coming out.
You're still there. You're still there.
Yeah, a little bit.
So, this is the second time you've attempted to be hypnotized, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So, what happened the first time? Because a lot of people are in the same boat as you. They go to a hypnotist and nothing happens. So, what happened?
I had the expectation of something happening to me from outside of me.
Yes.
And I expected the proctor, so to speak, or the guide to the hypnosis person.
The hypnotist?
Yeah, like snap their fingers and make it happen. But yeah.
So what did you learn today that you want to share with everybody?
I learned how I to be in self-hypnosis.
All hypnosis is self-hypnosis.
Yeah, but your guidance definitely helps get there. Like there's no denying that, obviously. Yeah, if it hadn't been for what you had done to help me relax and relax and relax,
yes,
then I wouldn't have got there.
Yeah.
You know, but now that I know how, I can try to melt myself into the, floor wherever I'm laying when I do meditation and be able to connect again.
Beautiful. So. And that's what I do. When I have a client, we spend a long time talking about what hypnosis is and isn't.
Right.
I think that helps too, because you bring expectations, even though you don't think so.
Yes. Absolutely.
So that's the first thing.
Yeah.
And before they're lying down, I actually do some exercises, taking them in and out of trance so that they understand that they're hypnotizing themselves. I'm not doing it.
Yes.
You're doing it.
Yes.
So did that help?
Yes, it did. When you said to use your imagination.
There you go.
And even if you can't get the visual that everybody kind of expects, like a screen with a movie on it,
it's not.
You actually can feel descriptions, colors, and everything. You can actually feel it if you just use your imagination and you'll connect to it.
That's it.
And then it just kept going from there on its own.
Now, did your ego, your conscious mind, interfere at all?
Not too much.
Wonderful.
Not that I recall.
Wonderful. So you did great.
We definitely put her to the side.
So do you recommend this to somebody else now?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you feel different now that we went through these exercises?
I actually do. I feel lighter.
Yeah.
I do feel lighter. My heart feels lighter.
And how does it feel
My
now
chest feels lighter.
about smoking a cigarette? That's not on the video, by the way.
It makes it seem nasty. Yeah, which I don't care about that. Because there's got to be a lot of people out there who would want to quit.
Yeah, but I'm not going to tell. I'm not going to tell them how we did that.
Right.
But yeah. So this is something that if you would like a session with me, just go to my website, albaweinman.com. You sign up for the newsletter. It comes out about once a month, depending on where you live. That's the newsletter I send out, and you got to be really fast.
Yeah, it took me over 2 years to get in to see her.
But you're here.
Yes, I made it.
And you did a great job.
Yeah, I babysat my phone. There's like an alert.
And if you don't get a session, come to one of my gatherings. I'm having them all over the world. This year, I'm having one in Miami in February, the end of February, one in LA, Albuquerque, Oklahoma City, and Burlington, Vermont. And if you're overseas, I'm going to Sydney, Australia, and Cape Town, South Africa. So if you're near any of those locations, come and see me. It's a really great day. I'd love to see you at one of those too someday. You do channel that inner wisdom of yours, and we do some past life regression and some future regressions or future projections. So thank you for watching here today. It was a beautiful session, and I hope I get to meet you sometime soon. Thanks. Bye. Give me that hug.
Thank you.